Sunday on All in the Family.
Then seeing another man.
Next on One Day at a Time, and a swinging single.
I want you to know that I've never done this before.
Well, I thought you were an old pro.
Then on Alice, Mel finds a new family, but will it fall through? Next on Just Friends, Susan and Leonard go mountain climbing, but find that every peak has its valley. Stockard Channing stars. And on the Merry Town of Mower Hour, guest Nancy Walker gives the whole crew a real pain. Great comedy, Sunday at 8, 7 Central and Mountain.
I want West and Gordon on this.
Next week, the Wild Wild West revisited, re-teaming Robert Conrad and Ross Martin. After 10 years in retirement, can our heroes make a comeback? Shields and Yarnell join Paul Williams and an all-star cast in the Wild Wild West revisited, a special CBS movie next week.
This is CBS.
Hi, I'm Judy Denson for Big Star and Dixie Dandy, where you save now on White Cloud tissue. Now just 39 cents for 4 rolls. Limit 1 with $10 purchase. Quality stamps are always such a great value, and you can fill your stamp books faster than ever simply by clipping the coupons in your newspaper. Good for extra quality stamps free when you purchase special low-price products at Big Star and Dixie Dandy.
Big Star and Dixie Dandy. Big Star, Dixie Dandy.
Pull.
If you need extra muscle to start your mower, then what you really need is an easy-to-pull Lawn Boy. In fact, Lawn Boy is so easy to pull that about the only mower easier is a Lawn Boy electric start.
Jump!
So this year,
I won't do this.
don't pull a muscle. Pull an easy-to-start Lawn Boy at your Lawn Boy dealer today.
When Cuckleburr, Morning Glory, and other weeds threaten your soybean yields, protect your investment with Klean Krop, the broadleaf herbicide that saves you money. Klean Krop can actually cost less than $5 per acre, and it's state registered for over-the-top application on soybeans. Cuckleburr and Morning Glory don't require the most expensive herbicide, just one that works. Klean Krop from Thompson Hayward, available from most agrochemical suppliers.
Channel 8 report.
Good evening. Thanks for joining us. I'm Randy Prewitt. Bob Jacobs brings a hint of rain tomorrow. Lanny James covers sports. In tonight's news, Japan's Prime Minister visits the White House, and in Monroe, a tree goes to court. This and more coming next.
The late news is brought to you by Central Bank.
Central Bank, you just can't beat it.
Wouldn't it be nice just once in your lifetime to be handed something on a silver platter? Well, it can happen. If you invest as little as $1,000 in a central bank certificate of deposit, we will not only pay you a top bank interest rate for the term of the certificate, we will hand it to you on a handsome silver tray designed by International Silver. This free gift will serve as a beautiful reminder of all that beautiful money you'll be making at Central Bank. You just can't beat it.
In the news, President Carter welcomed Japan's Prime Minister Masayoshi Ohira to the White House today. The administration says relations between the two countries have never been better, except in one crucial area.
The meeting could not have come at a worse time in economic relations between the two countries. Just last week, the U.S. broke off trade talks when the Japanese refused to make the kinds of concessions American negotiators sought. At present, the Japanese have a huge trade surplus with the United States, almost $12 billion, about half the total trade deficit of this country. Informed sources say Prime Minister O'Hara doesn't want that issue to take up all the time he spends with President Carter. But this morning, both men spoke of it, with Mr. Carter leading off with a not-too-subtle reminder of this nation's importance to Japan.
There are more acres of food being produced for Japan in the United States than there are acres of food being produced in Japan for Japan.
And then, through an interpreter, the Prime Minister.
The economic problems between our two countries are serious. In resolving our economic frictions, we should never forget that the Japanese-American relationship today, in all its aspects, is absolutely sound and secure, bound by mutual confidence and trust.
After almost 3 hours of discussion, the two men reached broad agreement on a number of issues, including long-range trade goals. But for now, lower-level Japanese and American officials have apparently made no breakthrough on the specific economic problem plaguing relations between the two countries. But both leaders told them to get hustling, try to resolve the impasse before Mr. Carter's visit to Japan in late June. Lem Tucker, CBS News, the White House.
The Arizona Highway Patrol says 9 people are dead, 1 injured after their pickup truck slammed into a tree on a mountain road. Officials say their first information is that the brakes on the truck failed. They say the impact was so powerful that the cab of the truck was completely sheared off. Back at home, you might think it's strange, but a cottonwood tree had its day in court today. The 9-year fight ended in 4th District Court. Susan Allain explains.
Cottonwood stands 80 feet tall, a majestic sight, but it was directly in the path of airplanes descending for a landing at the Monroe Municipal Airport. The Federal Aviation Administration said Monroe was in violation of federal guidelines, and unless the tree was removed, federal funds for the airport could be withheld. So the long battle began between the tree's owner, Robert Evans, and the city. What started 9 years ago ended in court today. Evans agreed to sell the tree to the city for $650. At the hearing, Evans' attorney told Judge John Joyce that his client agreed to settle the matter in the spirit of harmony with Monroe's new mayor, Bob Powell. So now the big tree will have to go, and Monroe will be a safer landing place for airline passengers. Susan Allain reporting for TV-8 News.
It's entirely possible the commissioners Dick Harper and Harlan Prestridge might be forced to find other jobs. It's because of the proposed Monroe City Charter, which would eliminate 2 commission positions. Today, TV-8 News spoke with Commissioners Prestridge and Harper for their thoughts on the matter.
We've got an excellent program underway here, a street improvement program, and I intend to push that to its fullest. It is a good program, and it should be pushed, and it should be a continuing effort, just like our sister city in West Monroe. They overlaid all of their streets there with about a $2 million bond issue. We've gone this far with a $1.some million street improvement program. It should be pushed, and like I say, it should be a continuing effort. So I intend to push that until July 1980.
We have designed the new charter to eliminate the commissioner's post. We'll have, as you are aware of, a mayor and a legislative council. In all probability, this will take effect at the end of this term or the beginning of the next term, which would be June of 1980. In the meantime, between now and the time this job is eliminated, I hope to just continue to do my work from day to day and do the best job that I can, the best job possible for the people that elected me to this term.
Governor Edwin Edwards says President Carter has agreed to declare disaster areas in 7 parishes. The parishes are Ascension, Catahoula, East Baton Rouge, Iberville, Livingston, and St. Tammany. The action frees up federal disaster funds, which can now be used for low-interest home and business loans for the victims. A gubernatorial candidate touches base in Monroe today, and that comes next.
That makes your life so easy.
The lines are
That makes your life so easy.
This is your night to work the late shift. You need cash, quick as a flash. Just pay a visit to Matt. It's as easy as that.
That makes your life so easy.
So when you need cash, quick as a flash, pay a visit to Matt. It's as easy as that.
24 hours a day.
Matt, a service of Central Bank. You just can't beat it.
As you know, it takes money to do just about anything today, and running for governor is no exception. State Representative E.L. Bubba Henry was in Monroe today on the campaign trail and spoke with TV-8 News about that situation.
Of course, today I don't have enough money to get me all the way through October the 27th. I'm raising the money in an honest and an honorable fashion. I've not made one commitment so far as you give me your money, I'll give you a state job or a state position. I'm raising the money from honest business people, from working people, from people that are interested in Louisiana and not just politics for the moment. Certainly we're raising the money. We're going to have enough to make the campaign that we need to make to win.
Prior to his installation ceremony yesterday, Monroe Mayor Bob Powell outlined his 14-point program for the city. High on that list was the possibility of moving the city dump. Today, Mayor Powell elaborated.
Previous administration, I believe there was an arrangement developed with the police jury, whereby both the city of Monroe and the police jury were sharing the cost and the use of a disposal area, landfill. Whatever can be done to reestablish that or develop something on which I hope is not necessary. I think it certainly is a problem that we all share, and I think some effective way can be developed whereby the parish and the city can utilize the same area, and I'm going to immediately take steps to bring that about.
And after weeks of anticipation, the first day in office for Mayor Bob Powell came about today. In case you're wondering how it went, we'll take a look.
Mayor Bob Powell went about the daily business of being mayor in the usual way, opening mail, talking to city employees, and just talking on the phone. Prior to taking office, Powell mentioned 14 points which he would be focusing on over the next 12 months. Of those, these are the main points he hopes to deal with right away.
As a priority, as I said, we're into the drainage, we're into the street overlay. I'm very interested in trying to develop this an environment that would be more conducive to equal opportunity for employment in our city, and I think that's an important thing that needs immediate attention. And obviously the substandard housing has been under a great deal of publicity and scrutiny lately, and of course it's something that has existed for a long time, and I'm anxious to do something about that, not primarily because it's been brought to the attention of the public recently, but it's something that has been a problem for years here.
Paul went on to say that the points of interest he has expressed can only be done through the cooperation of the City Council and the people. Sailor Jackson reporting for TV-8 News.
A Bessemer, Alabama police lieutenant died today, and the police commissioner was critically injured after a bomb exploded in City Hall. The bomb came in the mail. Officials don't know who sent it. Federal authorities are investigating. Coming next, tomorrow's weather, courtesy of Bob Jacobs.
You just can't beat the friendly service. You just can't beat good folks who care. You can't beat everything that's new. Central Bank is bringing to you. Central Bank, you just can't beat it. Central Bank, you just can't beat it.
The late news is brought to you by Central Bank.
Central Bank, you just can't beat it.
At Ward's, you'll find refrigerators with a freezer on the top.
The 18 cubic foot model is completely frostless and a special buy at $429.88.
A freezer on the bottom.
For the same price, I chose the frostless bottom mount and saved $50.
Even a freezer on the side.
Never defrost again. And got a special buy on this 21.7 cubic foot model, just $549.88.
So top, bottom, or side, you'll find your refrigerator at Montgomery Ward.
Would you like to know what the best tastes like? Well, it tastes like Cotton's wholesome enriched white bread, winner of the 1978 Independent Bakers Cooperative Bread Trophy for white bread that consistently scored highest in taste, aroma, texture, grain, crust, and good eating qualities. the best among 85 independent U.S. bakeries. Buy the bread that beats them all. Cotton's wholesome, enriched white bread, and the wrapper with the trophy on it.
Looking for a personal car? Let Lincoln Mercury show you the light with Cougar XR7. Boldly styled with a handsome new grille. Luxuriously equipped with V8 automatic, power steering, power brakes, all standard. We're out to sell a total of 200,000 new cars in 6 weeks. And we've got a wide selection of exciting Cougar XR7 values in our big Shows You the Light sales drive.
Let your Lincoln Mercury dealer show you the light now.
Get you looking good, yeah, yeah, yeah. All these rings and things, I got them at Gordon's. Looking great.
My chains, I got them at Gordon's. Looking fine.
I got my gold jewelry at Gordon's Jewelers, and you should see the looks it's getting me.
I got my watch at Gordon's Jewelers. Looking good.
Gordon's, get you looking good. Gordon's Jewelers, we have your diamond, yeah.
Tonight's weather is brought to you by Safeway Stores.
The casual Bob Jacobs brings the weather. I'm almost afraid to ask what it's like.
It's going to rain.
Wish I hadn't asked.
Although there's no rain in the state at the present time, cloudy to partly cloudy skies all over the area. There is rain moving our way, and this cold front will be close enough to us tomorrow with the moisture into the state to cause some showers and thunder showers around the area. There's a 50% probability of rain tomorrow, 70% tomorrow night. It's been a nasty day up in Oklahoma, in Missouri, and in parts of Kansas. Dozens of tornadoes touched down, and in the northwestern portion of Oklahoma, one town there, one person dead with a school destroyed, and a church was hit. Rain is falling tonight from northern Texas through most of Oklahoma, up through Missouri and Kansas, and moving into the northwestern portion of Arkansas at the present time. Storm system over central Missouri has a warm front moving out of it up through the southeastern portion of Iowa, up through Wisconsin into another low over Lake Huron. It's causing a few showers in Indiana and Illinois tonight. Chicago getting some rain. The cold front moving out of that through Kansas and Oklahoma, Texas Panhandle, up through Colorado where it becomes stationary, on up through Montana. There's a few rain showers in Utah and Colorado tonight with snow in the higher elevations, about a foot of snow on the mountaintops in Colorado today. But for us, it looks as though it's going to remain cloudy with some thunder showers tomorrow and tomorrow night, possibly on into Friday. We'll take a look at the regional map in just a moment.
Here are some brands you can depend on. Safeway brands. All are guaranteed to please because they're Safeway finest quality. They'll save you money, too, because most Safeway brands are priced lower than the popular brands of comparable quality. Safeway wants you to get acquainted with these savings during Safeway Brands Week. So when you're shopping, look for the Safeway emblem. That's the way to tell a Safeway brand, and the best way for you to save. Safeway specials mean real quality at money-saving prices. Shop your neighborhood Safeway each week for quality foods. Florida Golden Sweet Corn is Safeway price this week. 6 full ears for 89 cents. Sweet, tender, and fresh off the stalk to your table. And save money on Safeway's meaty pork spare ribs. Medium-sized racks are special priced $1.29 a pound. Fire up the grill and serve your family some tangy barbecued ribs this week. Real quality at a Safeway price.
Cloudy to partly cloudy across the state. Temperatures ranging from 76 in New Orleans to 70 degrees here in Monroe. We're partly cloudy. Here's Freddie. Freddie expecting a few thunder showers, cloudy through Friday. Showers and thunderstorms possibly tomorrow through Friday with the low tonight 67. Tomorrow 79, low tomorrow night about 70. The rain probability 20% tomorrow, 70% tomorrow night. Presently, barometric pressure steady, 29.86 inches, humidity 75%, the winds from the southeast at 5. Sun will rise in the morning at 6:20, sunset tomorrow evening at 7:51. The river stages today at Camden, the Washita was down 2 feet. At Monroe, the Washita was up 1/10 of a foot at 44.2. At the Columbia-Locken Dams, no change, and the Black River at Jonesville was down 1/10 of a foot. Well, that's the weather. Lanny James has the sports for you next. Good night.
Tonight's weather was brought to you by Safeway Stores.
You've seen steel radials beat the desert, blister the track, stop on a dime in driving rain. What you may not have seen is a steel radial you can afford, because it's priced low every day, like the 36,000-mile Cruise Master steel radial from Gulf. Priced low as $39.95 every day. Cruise Master, the underpriced steel radial. From $39.95 every day at your Gulf dealer.
This man has served in the legislature for 15 years. He's built a record of accomplishment that's helped all of us. He's fought to improve teacher training, increase teacher pay, and help students get a better education. He's fought for better health care and special aid to the blind, the deaf, and the handicapped. Now he's running for governor, and he's set a standard of honesty as the first candidate to release his tax returns. This man is Edgar Mouton. When you see how much he's done in the legislature, you'll know how much more he can do as governor.
A snapper tiller quickly becomes a tiller tractor machine. Add tractor wheels, a plow, or a harrow, and your snapper does it all. Tills ground, plows a seed.